everybody, it's Kat. Welcome back to Sweetwater Place. I'm so glad you're here. This is an update on the No Spend January, and I just wanted to show you a couple of my weekly grocery visits. And at the end, we are going to have a nice long talk about what I learned this month so far doing this No Spend Challenge.
Right, here's the first shopping list for the new week. And I had to get some meats and some fresh things to add to what we're going to have this week, even though I'm still just really relying on my pantry. I'm getting kind of low on the meats from the freezer, I've noticed, and so not a ton to choose from on that scale. I do have canned meats though, but it is nice to, let it stretch with these things. So I had to kind of go to customer service to get this one worked out, but I've got a large package of ground beef. It says lean, but it's 80% lean, right? So it's not a whole lot. I know there's fat in it, but I'm just going to use it for the low carb meals, so it's not a huge deal. And then I've got the Honeycrisp apples, which are usually quite expensive. They're like 97 cents a pound or something. And then I got these here, 2 thick cut bacons. All of the things that you see here, I got with the store savings and with the coupon savings from the store. This is all from Albertsons. I got about 8 of the zero sugar Chobanis, and then the yogurts. And then I've got different Sargento cheeses, Munster pepper jack, Gouda, and Havarti. It just makes it easier. And then for the low carb meals, I don't worry about the fat on these, so it's nice to kind of have the flavor on those when I do my pro fats meals with summer sizing. And then I have these eggs here were on sale for like $1.97 for 18, which was great. And then these strawberries were 97 cents each with that coupon. This really was, I think it was like $1 off. So it's like $3.99, and this is for the kids, and I get this to mix with the powdered milk, which is a 2% powder, to stretch it right now because that's from the pantry. I did get these pork rinds here because I'm doing that instead of having the popcorn. And then, normally I wouldn't buy these, but they were really on a mega sale. And so it's like $1.37 each, but you had to buy 3. So I got Trix and Reese's, and that's for the kids to break up the monotony here and there and just have a treat once in a while. And then an 8-pound bag of oranges was $3.99 with a coupon, and these diet sodas were buy 2 get 2 free, and so I kind of stocked up on that since there was a deal. So the total, what I did was I spent $71.70 and I saved $89.61. So I actually saved more than I spent, and it says that I saved 56% of my bill. So I thought that was a really, really good deal.
Hey everybody, so the next shopping trip for the next week, because this is 2 weeks here, it got a little expensive, and it's because my refrigerators and my freezers are really emptying out, and so I really don't have much left in there, so I did need to buy a little bit more meat, which is a good thing. I still have canned meat, but the thing is that number one, I'm really watching my weight right now, and I'm eating a certain way, and I don't want to just eat nothing but canned meat that's really high in sodium. And, I can work it in every now and then, but I didn't want to feed the family just canned meat either because it's super high in sodium. But as far as the canned veggies go, we have been having tons of canned veggies, canned soups, dry pasta. The boys have been having, I think we've only got like 6 boxes left of macaroni and cheese. So they have been working their way through those, which they're very happy to do. The pork and beans. I mean, we just really been using our pantry. But I did need to replenish some meats, and there were a few things that I needed that cost a little bit more money this week. And some hydration packets that my husband needed were 1, and those were like $20. the Metamucil wafers that I use once a day were like $10. So I mean, it really raised our price, as you're gonna see. So stick around after the grocery haul, and I would love to share some insights with you about some of the things that I've learned by going through the Snow Spend Challenge.
Guys, this is the last full week of the month, and I just had to break down and get some stock for my fridge. We've been really hanging in there this week, and I needed to grab some things that were kind of like fresh, and so here we go. I grabbed these artisan wraps. They're like cheese and salami, and hubby loves to munch on those. I love to have one once in a while, you know, doing the protein fats meals, and it's just like a low carb snack. So I got some ground beef here. This one is the prime rib beef steak burgers, and they're the small burgers here. I like them because they're smaller, but they're real flavorful, and they have like a 1-to-1 protein fat ratio. I like that, and the price is right. So I always get a really good price on that burger there. I did get some ribeyes. Now that was a huge expense, but they are thin ribeyes. I buy the thin ones, and usually are low carb, the protein fats meals on summer sizing. It's just like meat and vegetables. So I want the meat to be a good quality. And the thin ones are, it's not too much meat. It is just like a 3-ounce steak, but you get all the flavor and wonderful, you know, the wonderful stuff that comes with a ribeye. And so you get more of them, so you can kind of, for me, it's a win-win all the way around. I got some pizzas for the boys. There's 3 in here, and these are the DiGiorno Rising Crusts. And that was a good price to buy them 3. With the no spend challenge and not eating out this month, I'm learning that, you know, it costs a whole lot less to buy and make pizzas at home than to take everybody out a couple times, you know, for just pizzas. So that's really a good buy. I think it was like $13, $15 for 3 pizzas. And so they'll really love that. I don't eat it myself, but the kids would love it. I've got some riced cauliflower here for my low carb meals, and then some boneless chicken bites for the boys. I did get some fried pork rinds because I do like using a few of those sometimes if I need something crunchy with my lower carb meals. And then hot dog buns for the boys, and some more of the Nature's Own bread for my family. Hubby uses half and half, and he makes coffee, and I use it on the boys' oatmeal to grab some of that. Persian cucumbers. This is something my hubby uses for hydration. It's very good, and it is very tasty. It's Bum Hydration. This is the lemon lime formula. He says this is the best hydration aid that he's ever had. And then I got these Metamucil Fiber Thins. I use one of these every day in a sugar-free chocolate pudding, which I also got more of. And I mix this with non-fat Greek yogurt and almond milk, and yeah, it makes a really, and then I put a little bit of light Cool Whip in there too, and it makes it a really light chocolate mousse. And I add one of these so I can get some fiber in there too, and that's just like my treat of the day. Although I did grab these because I didn't know if Honey and I would want to split one of those this week. I thought these are the best bars out there for a nice decadent dessert. I thought maybe that might be kind of nice to have on hand. These are 10 grams of protein and 3 carbs and 1 sugar, so it would be a nice treat once in a while. Garlic paste, I've been using this a lot lately when I cook. And then liquid egg whites, needed more of those, some milk for the boys. And that's it, but you know, it kind of tapped me out on my grocery budget for this week, so I'll go over the numbers in a little bit.
So some of the things that I can't say that I learned, because I was aware of these things before, but it really hit home doing the no spending challenge. Number 1 is saving. Obviously, we saved a lot not going out to eat and not buying large purchases and not buying things on a whim. We're making the shoes last a little longer for the kids. They still have not gotten their haircut that I wanted to get them a week ago. And they said they're going to wait until the no spend challenge is up, and I believe that's probably Wednesday or Thursday of this week. And I'm thinking what I'll do is probably get them a nice new pair of shoes and a haircut that day, and that'll make them feel like $1,000,000. So, but I was amazed at the amount of money that we could spend just being diligent and responsible and aware of our spending this month. Also, we got more aware of living within our means, and not just living within our means, but living below our means is really what we aim to do, so that we can put more money away for long-term savings or for something special like a vacation or something. And that's another thing that we're going to do is at the end of this month, we're going to have a family meeting, and we are going to be putting on the calendar actual 2 days of the month that our family is going to go out to eat together. So it's not going to be like 2 or 3 times a week or something where it's just kind of like on the fly and we get into a pickle where, we're out running errands and then it's late and we're all hungry, so let's just pull in, and boom, there's a really big bill at the end of that. Well, what we have done this month and not being able to do that is go, okay, we're really hungry, we're out and about, but we have to go home. We have to go home and do this. We haven't been able to pack a picnic lunch and go to the park because it has been raining here and it's been really bad weather and cold this month. So it's probably best we've been going home. But anyway, so we are going to be having a family meeting, and we're going to be talking about putting money away for vacations, entertainment, large purchases, out to eat, birthdays and holidays. I also realized that making a menu or prepping all my food at the beginning of the week is really helpful in stretching out our budget. So that, and making sure that nothing goes to waste. That's been another thing. Another thing that has really changed for me this month through the no spend month has been to stop emotional spending, which I didn't realize I was doing. So if I was getting stressed and needed to just get out for a little bit, I would just browse through a store, and what I would normally do instead of just window shop is I would eventually buy something, and it's usually something that I really didn't need. So stopping that and replacing it with other activities has really been an eye-opener. And I really feel like, I can do without that now. Also, we are being more, I want to say, aware of gratefulness. Not that we weren't grateful before for everything that we have, but there's like another level of gratefulness when you don't buy a huge pack of paper towels, so you run out of the paper towels, so you use dishcloths and cloth napkins, and then you go, okay, it feels like a splurge to actually buy the paper towels again. It takes you to this whole new level of gratefulness. So I'm grateful for that experience. So lots of gratefulness happening now. I feel like we have more control of our spending and living, and are more aware of our wants versus our needs. And that's us, and that's also the kids. And the kids have been very diligent about, if maybe they needed something, they'll say, well, I'd like to do this, but it's a no spend month, so we're not going to do it now. And they've been very mature about accepting that, so I'm really proud of them. And I feel like we need to do something special for them. I have stayed away from tempting stores for me. That's TJ Maxx, Cost Plus, maybe buying extra at Sam's or Costco, and definitely thrift stores. I have not been to my favorite thrift store all month long, and so, except to donate, and that's out front. They give you a coupon and you drive off, so I didn't have to go in for that. But yeah, I feel okay about it. I do miss it though. I do miss browsing the books. All right, I started making wish lists. That's another thing. So now I'm making wish lists either on Amazon. I'll just put it in my wish list area. I'll put it in my cart, save it for later, or I just have a piece of paper that I'll say, I'd really like to have this. And that gives me time to think about, do I really need this? Can I find something else to use as this, or do I need this at all? And that, I think, is really a good tool to have, because you don't have to rush out and get everything you want all the time. I've also used up a lot of gift cards. I still have some left, so if I want to go browse at Michael's or something, I could use one of those. I've still got a Joann's and Michael's, I think, and a few others. I did spend a $50 gift card at Sally Beauty Supply that I've been hanging on to about almost 2 years, and I bought some makeup today, so that felt like a real splurge to me, but gift cards are okay for this month, so that was fine. Also, I've started canceling subscriptions that I don't need, whether that is on my phone, or you know what I mean, something else. Like I think we were paying for ABC Mouse for years and years and not using it. So it's just something like that. Canceling extra subscriptions, I think I count that as part of the declutter challenge as well that I'm doing. And so almost done. I started to avoid social media ads as well, because I noticed that, if I'm scrolling through Instagram, I don't really use Facebook anymore, so I don't really see those. But on Instagram has really been upping their social media ads, and there have been a few of them that started catching my eye. So I just thought, you know what, I'm just going to remove that temptation and stop watching them. So if I'm scrolling, I will just go over the ad and quickly just not watch it, or just avoid the whole social media altogether. And then finally, I learned what I need and what I want are two different things, as I mentioned before, in the aspect of how I spend my time. So less social media, more time in the present, working on projects. I took time to read this month more than I ever have before. Exercise more. I had the time to do that. Less clutter. I'm not dragging more stuff home. And I'm eating more meals at home that we eat at home, which means lot less junk food and fast food. And all of those things my kids are watching and they're learning. And I have to remember that they're learning how to live by the way that we live. So spending less, living within our means, all of these things are great for us, but they're also great for the kids to learn too. So it's been a wonderful, wonderful month. I've learned so much. It's not over yet. We still have a few more days until the end of the month, but I wanted to get with you this weekend and have a chat with you and give you a little cheer session and say keep going, because we're almost there. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.